Good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup classification game, coming to you live from Brno in Czechia. Two teams here looking to continue their winning ways since their elimination in the round of 16. And there's a bit of recent history too, as Italy face Latvia. My name is Eric McFarlane, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the broadcast today from wherever in the world you may be joining us. Of course, if you are new, first of all, that's a classification 9 to 12 bracket. So the winner of this game takes on the winner of the later game between Egypt and Colombia, and the loser then takes on the loser as well to those final classification results there between positions 9 till 12. Now, if you are joining in for the first time in one of these, a bit of a unique experience on the FIBA call. You will have the YouTube chat, which we'll interact with throughout the call. So look forward to seeing all your comments there, all your encouragement. Keep it respectful, of course, but it's always a good time and has been a great time so far here in Brno with this World Cup. Of course, if you want to join in the conversation in the YouTube chat, or of course, the official hashtag across social media on X and Instagram is hashtag FIBA U17. Hashtag FIBA U17. Of course, you can follow all of us on social media there as well. The handle is at NextGenHoops as we see the Latvian team ready to take the court and get underway with the introductions happening there in the arena. Of course, as well, with our YouTube, you have the YouTube membership as well, the FIBA YouTube member. Become one today. You'll see a lot of your colleagues there in the chat with their badges and their status points, so you too can unlock exclusive content, get early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams. There's a lot of exciting perks, so make sure you pick one of our rookie, starter or MVP tiers and be part of our growing community today. And we'll talk a little bit about that as we go through the broadcast as well. Now, you have up until 5 minutes before the game starts to predict who you think is going to win with the official FIBA Predictor Contest. Now, that's on the website underneath the match center for each game. Of course, the website is FIBA.basketball. Jump on there, let us know who you think is going to win. And you can work your way up through the leaderboard, pick the margin, and if you know a thing or two about a thing or two and know your basketball and work your way up to the top of those leaderboards, you can win some awesome prizes such as Nike gift cards or the official FIBA U17 World Cup game ball, thanks to Molten. So a lot of exciting things there to do there and a lot of ways to show your wares and show your knowledge here as the players start to make their way for these introductions. Thank you very much to everyone who has jumped in the chat already. See some support for Italy already as well. So wherever you're tuning in, it's a nice afternoon, Saturday matinee game here for you. We'll take a quick break here on the commentary for the national anthems. National anthems performed with some gusto there by both teams, just showing how much this moment and this tournament means to them, and a chance to leave Burno in the next couple of days with a couple of more victories under their belts. So if you are in the chat, do let us know where you're tuning in from. As I was saying before, it's a Saturday afternoon game across, not only here in Czechia, but of course in Italy and Latvia. I think Latvia about an hour ahead of us, and a big game ahead of us for those three people, our referees for the contest today, the people with the whistles, I should say. Edgar Secarelli. Particular one, but either way, we know that this is going to be an absolute cracker of a game here. Two evenly matched teams here. Do wonder what it's going to come down to. Latvia, we know, is a sharpshooting side from the outside. Will that be the way they look to take it? Will they have to find out another strategy here against Italy? So it's a pleasure to have your company wherever you're tuning in and joining in with us. Thank you for being part of the conversation as well. We will interact there as long as the afternoon goes on as well. But let's get this game underway with a tip-off in this classification game. And geez, that tip-off lifted off there. Almost went out of bounds straight away. Latvia good enough there to reel it in as we get our first offensive play. Almost loses the handle of the ball, but does well there for Kane. Oh, finds the paint, opening up the extra pass. Good pressure underneath there. But rising up to the challenge there is Tikmir, who opens the account for Latvia. It's an early start there for Latvia. As now Italy look to reply in kind. Zukone holds the ball, holds the palm of the game in her palms. Tries to take on the defence herself, gets her own rebound. Misses everything. Oh, has that hit the rim? It has, but it also doesn't take the Latvian defender, and that is a defensive stop successfully by Latvia. Zukone just missing near the hoop. Passes the ball off and then quickly got it back in kind. Playing their own game there for the moment. And again, straight through the middle. Paint opening up this time for Sosnia. So already seeing Latvia looking to create some space in the paint and then slice and dice. Effective so far in the first minute and a half of this game. Backing into the paint, no luck there for Hassan. Good defence, stifles that. As we see, again, all the pass cut off, well read. Getting in the passing lane, there's Diagni. And stop what looked like it could have been an open opportunity there from the corner. Having a look at that predictor there, 79%, just under, said that Latvia were going to win this game. So they'd be happy with this start. Of course, the predictor contest available for all games up until 5 minutes before tip-off there. And that one is tipped off out of the awaiting hands of the Latvian offence. Little dribble, little mid-ranger, maybe a little bit further than mid-ranger, but all that matters there is Italy are on the board thanks to Emilia Magni. Oh, the paint opens up again. Like a charitable decorative store, the paint was just free for everyone. Something they're going to have to keep an eye on there because that's a couple of easy looks there. I won't pay that too much mind at the moment. On offense here, Italy. Hassan tries to work her way through the paint, no luck. Good hustle endeavour there to keep it back. Leaves Hassan outside the arc. Hits the rim, no good. Strong underneath there. Rebound comes away. Now fast break offense. Quick little tap ahead. A little ambitious. Could see what was in the brain there for Snare, but just couldn't get enough mustard on that hot dog to get it to her teammate. And it goes back Italy's way. Hassan working around the outside now. Sublic passes back through. The wall's closing in. Does get to the outside. Nice little fake, but no, just was out of bounds. Didn't quite catch where the back of her sneaker was. An unfortunate turnover there for Italy. Of course, don't forget to be part of the conversation here with us, whether it's in the YouTube chat or across social media using the hashtag FIBA U17. And looked like there's going to be a point under the basket there, Carson Tadea, but no luck there. Uses the contact there and a late whistle as the shot didn't fall. See that a bit throughout the world now with officiating. Waiting just to see sort of the result of the basket. Didn't fall. So Diagni will find her way to the line. Aisha Diagni. Played well in the win against Mexico. 11 points. Also 8 of 12 from the free throw line. So certainly not afraid to put her head in the hole and get to the basket and put herself in harm's way. Doesn't make the first free throw. Chance to make amends here. 1 of 2 there. But as I said, not afraid to put herself in harm's way there, draw the contact. And an effective free throw shooter. I think the comments will be happy with her shooting percentage from the free throw line. It was 67%, but there's probably another way of saying that. Nadia Nova. Misses the rim, but waiting there to clean it up there. Priadite. Moving out of the way of the defense, gets it into the corner, hits the rim, no luck. Strong offensive rebound underneath there by Zuccone. So Italy will get another opportunity at this one. Looking to get outside the arc there. Running that play. Oh, well read it better than anyone else. She had tomorrow's paper today, did Diagni, and comes up with the headline second chance points. Five to 8 to start this one here. Looking to extend there, no such luck, it misses. They lead pace on the ball again. Have to pull up the handbrake though. Good set defense. And again through the paint, using that left-handed finish. Misses though this time. And Latvia will run away with it. Scrabble. Dishes it off. Makes it someone else's responsibility for the meantime. Working through. Draws the crowd. Lovely synergy and teamwork there. And Pradite will be the one who gets the basket underneath the hoop again. And we're going to get a timeout with this one. Just over 5 minutes gone in the first quarter. It's Latvia with the double scores, 10-5 to Italy. And of course, you can, more than double your value here by being a YouTube member here on the FIBA YouTube membership program. Gain access to exclusive content and early access to highlights, loyalty badges, and emojis. A lot of exciting perks. Pick one of our rookie starter or MVP tiers and become a FIBA YouTube member today. Just like Jacob, welcome to MVP. Yeah, very good point there, Boclo. Both teams looking kind of sharp in the early moments here as well. And watching from Melbourne, Ruby.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline, are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me. I'll go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside. Fills it up.
Coming back from that timeout, and just before the break, someone watching from Melbourne in Australia, Ruby. And I'd like to shout out for her dad, Ben, who's watched all the games. So shout out to you, Ben, and to you, Ruby. Shout out to everyone watching along here. I know there'll be a few Australians keen on what happens as well later tonight in the semi-finals. So it's a big day of basketball we've got ahead of us here in Brno. Dribble back, mid-range, you bet. Lovely stuff there from Sublic. So quick response there from Italy out of the timeout. Cross-court pass. Both teams moving the ball pretty well. A slight hesitation there, maybe in force, maybe in error, but all that matters is that Schneier gets to the basket and puts two more on the board. Yeah, and attacking that corner. A little bit of different World Cup action there. Doesn't get the result this time. There's again slight pause to stop, collaborate. Can they get a basket underneath? Oh no, that was heavy duty contact. And Patricia Tickner will go to the line to shoot two. Tickner, of course, one of a multitude of Latvian players, part of that Eurobasket campaign last year that finished in 4th place. She's 93% from the free throw line, and well, probably could have told you that was going to happen as soon as I started bringing the free throw stats in there. My apologies to anybody watching along with Latvia in their hearts. She goes 1 of 2 there. So at the moment, game going as predicted by 79% of our viewership on the FIFA Basketball website. There's still a lot of chapters left to write in this book. Of course, there's some more games coming up today. Make sure you're part of that predictor contest. Can possibly win the basketball that's gone around that court right now. Maybe not that exact one, but a magnificent replica there. As Hassan tries to get 2 there. Looked like she was taking on the world, let alone just the Latvian defense, and now goes out the back end with some rapid pace. A quick reply there is Scrabble with the 2. Without Hassan's been left outside alone, had all the time there. Oh, there's a wrestle going underneath there. But before it can be ripped away by Kikutse, by Nakamone, it is called a jump ball. And still arguing the case, there's Nakamuni. But won't get that one back. The possession arrow, though, does say it's going to remain with Italy, so all's well that ends well. There's some changes being made across the board there to set something up here. Back in after that. Just a bit of an adjustment there of lineups. Nakamone outside, dishes it off. Working the perimeter. Lely falls down, and unfortunately with that goes the shot clock buzzer. That play just started to look like a broken GPS. It just looked like it was going nowhere, and unfortunately it proved to be the point. Welcome to Rescucan, Dilly. Welcome to MVP tier. Oh, it's been deemed as tipped off there, so it won't be an over and back. You can see that there from the official at the top of the screen. Working their way up the baseline, extra pass in the paint again. Unselfish, clever work from Latvia. And it's Ivanova who gets the 2 at the end of it. Margin out to double digits now, early doors in this classification game. In the classification bracket, that will determine 9 to 12 positions. Oh, a little bit of a defensive lapse there allows Nakamoni to go all the way to the hoop, unchaperoned, unshackled. Scrabble has a look at the options, decides to work his way through. Not quite there with the same connection and malfunction at the junction, but it's come off an Italian player last. So Latvia will get another opportunity there. Welcome to Shyla, to MVP. A lot of MVPs in the chat here. Love seeing that on YouTube there. Of course, we've got so many FIBA tournaments throughout the year. It's just so much value for money to be a member there. Oh, that was a value for money shot that's not collected there for Priadite. Into Nakamone. Goes with the right. And there you go, the whistle again after the shot is put up. Priadite may not agree with the whistle. A little bit of a hold there. Ever so slightly. Should take a breather now. So at the line now, Nakamone. The game against Mexico, 5 points and the 9 rebounds, which is where she can be of most damage, but can also add to the scoreboard as well. And she goes 2 of 2 there. Already proving a bit of a presence since coming onto the court there. A real focal point, a real target for Italy. The margin reels back to 6 points. And the paint opens up once more. The left-handed finish, not quite. There's a bit of a grapple underneath there. Gets back. Has to pull up the handbrake there. Doesn't go again. Just took Stenner. And, oh, it's not pretty at the moment, but it could be a pretty result. Not quite that time. Hits the right of the rim, which means it's all wrong for Latvia that time. Oh, maybe they just forgot that she was there. She was off the screen, and I don't mean the defensive or the offensive screen. She was off the screen. There was Padullo. But can't make the most of being given a ton of acreage to work with. Of course, you can follow along with all the stats live and in real time on the FIBA basketball website. Live box scores and analysis going on. And also you can check up on articles and information there to get to know a little bit more about the players and the teams. And you would know that Scrabble I don't usually miss that, but it's a great defensive set. Latvia get another opportunity now from long range. Over eggs the pudding, and that misses everything. And an opportunity goes begging for Stinger. So it's a 6-point margin here. Italy with a chance to rein that in. Thought about it. Now B's about it. And three's about it? No, just zero's about it that time, unfortunately. But does get her own rebound there. Well done by Lely. That creates this opportunity still in play. 6 seconds between shot and game clock, so they need to get something up here. 2 on the shot clock. That's ambitious. Misses everything. It's taken away. It's given it back. No, it's taken it back again. And on the buzzer, no. The buzzer beats them all. No buzzer beater. The buzzer is the buzzer beater. And that is quarter time here in what has been an absorbing contest. Latvia 17, Italy 11 here in this classification game in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. So neither team really able to get a real footing so far. No luck from beyond the arc. Italy have certainly been chancing their arm more from there, but no one's been able to get the ball through the nylon from beyond the arc yet. As we can see, as we're going into this game, fairly evenly matched sides. If you have a look at some of those stats on the FIBA basketball website, very much sitting in the same area for a lot of the key stats. So saw early doors here. Latvia really wanting to go through the paint, and they made a nice couple of plays to do so there. Maybe assisted there a little bit by some lackadaisical stuff in the back of the defense. But things did sharpen up as we continue through there.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
That corner Magni and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay as well. Two players without playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
Rebound, 6 assists.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans here, Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing it.
Welcome back to Burno here. 1 quarter in the books here. Latvia with a 6-point lead. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are around the world. Eric McFarlane here. Pleasure to bring this game to you wherever you're streaming along here in the FIBA YouTube. If you are in the YouTube chat, do let us know what you thought about that first quarter. One thing I did neglect to mention is that as the English broadcast, I won't be able to sort of decipher anything not in English. I do apologise for that. But looking forward to all the energy and comments there, supporting, cheering, and also some educated discourse as well, as there's going to be a foul against Scrabble. Charlotte Scrabble at the line, averaging just over 16 points per game in this World Cup. And that sits her in 4th position on the rankings there. So an effective scorer, an effective leader of this offense there from a points production point of view. 12 points yesterday against Czechia as well. So a good start there in the first 11 seconds of the second quarter there for Latvia. Getting to the line and extending there. Magni dishes the responsibility off. Savlich gets it back to Magni. And there's that look in the corner. Is it a good look? It's a good look. Not a good result though. Falls short of the mark. So Italy still not yet able to hit one from the 3-point line. Stick, move, extra pass, and another foul there. Asanteva will go to the line. You see that, drawing the extra defender. They're so focused on closing off that baseline. When you have a look at the run there of the offensive player, it doesn't really look like they are going straight at the basket there. So Latvia doing really well to suck that sort of help side second defender in there, which is opening these opportunities. And Latvia go to the foul line again. First one is good for us and Tampa. And the second is good as well. So already 6 trips there to the line here for Latvia. Forcing the Italian defence to make some decisions there last minute. Looking at their offensive side of things at the moment. Zuko dishes it off up the baseline. Doesn't quite get the final part there, Lely. But Nakamuni gets it back, gets the play going, and then the left-handed finish there from Sofia Zucone. The leading rebounder of the tournament, averaging over 12 a game, showing that she can also put some pressure on the scoreboard there. There's another whistle. Again, just the space opening up at the back there. And this time it's going to be Shashnia at the line. First one bobbles in, then bobbles out. Welcome to some more MVPs tuning in on the chat. Thank you very much for joining us there. Of course, as MVPs, they're getting access to loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams and exclusive content, early access to highlights. So missing 2 free throws won't be on there. But that might be a highlight, just grappling underneath there to win the offensive rebound and found on the approach. Tickmare just wanted that ball more than anyone else. Look at that, just weaving in and out there. And already just under 90 seconds played here in this quarter. And you see there, every foul now from Italy between now and half-time are going to send Latvia to the line. So that's a huge sword of Damocles hanging over their head for this quarter. Latvia not making them pay fully, though. A little let off there, a little get out of jail free card going on as the margin extends back out to 9. Nakamone dishes it back. Lely finds Sablic. Back to Lely. Inside 5 of the shot clock. She'll go straight to the hoop. That one defied gravity. That was halfway in, and then it just went the other way. Not going Italy's way yet in this quarter. Now, the corner 3. No, not quite this time there for Brocane. Yeah, finds the extra play on the inside. They want to attack hard. Didn't take the open looks. Just some blunt force offense there, trying to work their way through the paint. Latvia had set up camp. They had set up camp so well, they might have even had a bonfire in there. Yeah, so it's been a very, very lopsided foul count to start this one. You're absolutely right there, Vendetta. Greetings are for Sputin. Rasputin? Rifle Sputin? Yes, the accent is very Australian, so we've got an Australian commentator who's excited for this day of basketball ahead there today. As that one misses close to the hoop there. Italy, a brief reprieve. What have they got up their sleeves? Back, there's the shot from beyond the arc. No! Still can't get that elusive three-pointer. That one almost bumper cars there for Zucone, but she can't get the second chance points. Yes, Rasputin, thank you very much for clarifying. Although, got to be careful. I'll start seeing some Boney M and show my age there. So it's a 9-point margin here. Of course, before the game, we had the prediction contest in this game. 79% of the prediction vote went Latvia's way. They're looking like they're ahead of the game at the moment as that misses and goes to the outside. and it'll go over to Italy. Of course, you can predict every game here in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup up till 5 minutes before the tip-off of each game. And of course, if you know a thing or two about a thing or two and work your way up the leaderboard, you can win some Nike gift cards and also replica molten Under-17 Basketball World Cup game ball as well. So get on all that. All you have to do is just tell us who's going to win. And just in the nick of time there, 2 points as the hooter goes off the Sublic. Bit of support in the stands for Latvia there. They too start to this one. Almost loses it. Does well to reel that one back in. There's Tickman. Ball at the ankles there. That's is it anywhere there? That was all improvised. Kane, it falls short. So to quote Joey Montagna, this is a bit of an arm wrestle so far in this one. So Latvia have the advantage, and they have done for the entirety of the game. Oh, stepping through like a hot knife through butter. And it's fouled there. So Italy's starting to make moves there. And speaking of moves there, look at the handles, look at the step. And foul just on the approach to the basket there. Emilia Magni will now find herself at the line. Bracane will fold herself with a seat on the bench. After just over 4 minutes of basketball, where it was pretty much Italy fouling, Latvia have joined the party. Free throws miss. Second one much better there for Magni. Absolutely, please do. All in the public domain. Loving the chat here on YouTube. But you can also be part of the conversation on social media and follow along for some great clips and highlights at NextGenHoops are the social media handles on Instagram and X. And speaking of handles, trying to get past there. And now on the nick of the buzzer. Yes, just in time. Is it in? It is indeed. Lux of fortune there. Necessity being the mother of all invention. Laganovica is the one who gets the ball through the hoop. A wide open look there, not taken. Diving on the ball underneath there was Zucone. And then you can see why she's just such a tenacious rebounder, why she's leading the entire tournament there with those 12 rebounds. I mean, it did help yesterday in a game against Mexico, a humongous video game stat line of 21 rebounds there for Sophia Zucone. So, an effective glass cleaner. Seeing some support for Italy come into the chat now as well. They need a bit of a rally here as they're down by 8 against Latvia. Stick and move. And now Scrabble loses the handle, picks it back up there. Working through, and that's good defensive set there, waiting for it. And so Schneer can't get the ball through the hoop. Another athletic step there, so there comes the whistle and the timeout from Latvia as they sense some momentum coming here from the Italian side. That might be a pop the air out of the balloon type of timeout there to try and stop that growing momentum. See there, pointing out there, trying to stop this run from Italy. They still hold a 6-point lead. Here it's Latvia 24, Italy 18.
Are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me. I'll go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
So timeout called there by Latvia. Back into the action now as Italy inching closer there. Latvia have held the lead the entire game. So a chance for them to reset. Daring is caring for the Latvian side. And they work their way through. What a lovely spin move and finish there from Chesnea. Trying to work their way into the paint now, Italy. That one just falls short of the mark. Oh, that one goes the other way. It was an overcorrection. It was like Goldilocks' pond was too cold, one was too hot. They didn't get the one that was just right. And now Latvia can't make them pay on reply straight away. Oh, there we go, right underneath there. Nakamone has been a real presence when she's been on the court. Stolen away! And that's two more there. Wonderful work there. Relentless stuff there from Aisha Diagne. And just like that, we're going to get another timeout. If you've got them, flaunt them. But Latvia will not be happy there with that lapse. And Italy, they're getting ever so closer in that rear view mirror. So Italy have worked well in this quarter to get back involved in this game, getting it back to a 4-point margin, been sharing the ball well, lovely athleticism as well. There's been able to step through the paint. That was a great spin move as well by Chesnea, which got a lot of props and a lot of love there from the comments. And rightfully so. Rasputin says that Italy are owning the game now. Well, maybe they're renting it at the moment. They're not quite owning it yet. They haven't got the lead yet, so they haven't quite got possession. But I do absolutely concur that it feels like that pendulum might be swinging Team Italy's way. But what do Latvia have here up their sleeves to counteract that? Yeah, definitely some tightened defense there. We see it on cue, not allowing the paint to be as open as it was in the first quarter, and another stop here from Italy. As I mentioned before, there'd be a bit of a chip on their shoulder as well. They won 5 out of 7 games at last year's Eurobasket, but it was Latvia that knocked them out in the quarters. Is that, oh, they're running out of time. They've got to put something up. And the three-point line has not been their friend so far today. And it proves to be a heated rivalry between them and that arc. Now Yanova. Does she get the friendly bounce? She doesn't. Nakamone takes in the board. Some great work happening here now. Cross-court pass ripped away there. Loving seeing a lot of our members of the YouTube program in the comments. Thank you very much for being part. If you're not part of the YouTube membership program, now's a great chance to do it. Not just for this tournament, but for many of the great tournaments that are upcoming this year for FIBA. You become a YouTube member and unlock exclusive content. Unlock some more timeouts, as it were, as well. But get early access to highlights, loyalty badges, and emojis during these live streams. So it's a great way to be part of the action, be interactive, and join our growing community today as a rookie, starter, or MVP. The FIBA YouTube membership program. Get on it today. Got fans of Shashnia as well from Latvia. And I don't think you need to be Latvian to be a fan of hers at the moment. She's putting together quite a tournament and quite a game. Some highlight reel clips that you'll probably see on the socials. Of course, you can download the app there for FIBA tournament and FIBA basketball action and all the latest. You can also just jump on the FIBA basketball website as well, take a look at the live stats during the game as well, follow along so you can see what's happening with the momentum of the game and analyse all the facts and figures and numbers that matter. There's also some great articles, especially when it comes to this World Cup, some great in-depth information about the teams and the players on show as we get to the business time of this tournament. Of course, FIBA basketball website is the place to go. Now, the place to go right now for Italy is inside the paint. Stop, prop, off to Nakamone. Misses, and there's that whistle again. Delayed contemplative whistle there as the shot goes up. Cool composed stuff there by Diagni underneath the hoop there. Panic, waited for the right option. And was able to get Nakamone to the line through all the cause and effect. First one is good. Nakamone leading the scorers for Italy today. Already up to 7 so far. I'm worried to say this, but unblemished at the free throw line so far. I am so sorry, Team Italy, and so sorry to Nakamone as well. But they get the ball back, so everything happens for a reason. And now the long-range effort. Is this the first free? No, Nakamone, strong rebound. That's her 7th as well. Is this the first three? No, I'll stop saying that. But it really is crazy. And there's a foul! And the basket underneath the hoop there. Sekulova does not believe it, but I don't think I've ever seen a whistle unwhistled, and that whistle was clearly whistled. And what is also clear is that Italy, after trailing all game, have a chance to level the scores down with 90 seconds to play in the first half. Yes, I'm sorry, I did jinx it. It's a good point actually, Rasputin, as well. One of the things I've noticed, it's not just in this tournament, but it seems to be across a lot of FIBA officiated games, and I don't think it's an official direction or anything like that, but certainly in Australia where I play my trade in the NBL1 competition, very much that delayed whistle there as well, waiting to see sort of the cause and effect of the shot as well. So it is an interesting one, or maybe just there summing up what's happening there in the play, but definitely has been a little bit of contemplation. There's some contemplation there as that almost is left behind. That is speculative. It hits the rim, but does give Latvia another opportunity. There's a whistle underneath there in the rebounding contest. And remember, there's a hold there. And it is going to be 2 shots because remember, Italy have had the bonus against them for the vast majority of this quarter after giving 5 fouls away in the first 90 seconds, if you can believe it. Kevin coming in with a confident, Italy is going to win today. Well, that free throw there will certainly go a long way in proving that point. So misses the first one there, does Ivanova. Makes amends, taking the scenic route, but does make amends with the second one. Yeah, Nakamone is having quite a game. We've got to agree there with Boklo. 1 point the margin here. Italy have fought hard to get back in this one. Nakamone goes from the inside to the outside to the inside. You do the hokey pokey, but you don't get a basket. So, be interesting to see how they work this shot clock, how deep they go. Italy will get another look at it here. Scrabble. 3 on the shot clock. Step back, 3. Yes! That is classy. What a finish there. What a move. Unbelievable stuff there by Lagodovica. 5 to go in the half. Picks up the dribble. They're going to have to put it up on the buzzer. And that one was affected by the defense, asking for a foul there, Magni. And it is halftime here. 30-26. Latvia hold a 4-point lead, but as though Italy are at the gate, they won that quarter by 2. And that is not a glitch on your screen. Italy 0 of 12 from 3-point land. If you don't, at first you don't succeed, then try and try again. But they're trying and 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 trying again. I think that was 12. But just not to get the ball through the hoop from beyond the arc. Could it be a different story if they could? See some of the highlights here of the first half. Latvia off to a fast start, working their way through the Italian defense, which took their time to wake up a little bit today, but have definitely tightened up order. Latvia making them pay in those early days, and also being able to draw those fouls as well by making the Italian defense be a little bit more reactionary than they would have liked to have been. But it was a very, very good start there from them. But Italy, they worked their way into the game with there was some individual brilliance that had to be said, some great moves, some great steps and some great moves. This has been said in our comment section there by some astute minds. Well, that was probably one of the moves of the game. Look at that. Spins one way, goes the other way. The defense looking at nothing but dust. That was probably the shot of the game there. A little step back straight through the nylon.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout. Feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Attack corner, Magni and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay as well. Two players without playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans in Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing it. Kuno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay as well. Players are now playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
Rebound, 6 assists.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans here, Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing it.
Caitlin Clark gets to the passing lane, goes coast to coast for the and one opportunity.
You ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never seen nothing like this.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Beat Kuno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Czechia here in the classification game stage of the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. Eric McFarlane here, and it's a pleasure to have your company wherever you're tuning in there. Seeing a lot of energy and a lot of support in the chat, and also from many of our FIBA YouTube members. Of course, if you're not a member at the moment, you can jump on and become a YouTube member today. You can be a rookie starter or MVP. Get access to special emojis, which you may have seen there in the halftime break, some badges, and also exclusive content and early access to highlights. And there have been some highlights in this game. Some great work there from both teams. It almost feels as though it's been a game of almost and what could have been, because Latvia got to the line quite a bit, very early days in that second quarter, and just weren't able to make the most of their opportunities, only shooting 58% there from the free throw line. Whereas Italy, they've had quite a few looks, 12 of them, in fact, from beyond the arc. Pretty good looks, some of them as well. Haven't been able to find that there. So that would be an interesting thing, because both teams are handling the ball well. Only 6 turnovers between them in total there. So it'd be interesting to see who can really take this game by the scruff of the neck and really want to win this one. Just having a look at some of the star performers so far today. And for Latvia, Shashnea, 8 points, but it probably doesn't do it justice. Some of those clips you will see on the @NextGenHoops social media, I would say, on X and Instagram, or on FIBA Basketball website, because there were some great spin moves there inside the paint that were done really well as well. And for Italy, part of their resurgence has to be off the back of the game of Mariana Nakamoni. 10 points, 8 rebounds, and has really given some structure and direction to what Italy have been doing there. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments there. You know, we had the prediction contest. We had 79% for Latvia on that one. Of course, do have a look at the other games as well. Jump on that prediction contest as well before it's too late. You have up to 5 minutes tip off there before each game, and if you keep working your way up the leaderboard, you can win some Nike gift cards or replica molten game balls there of the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. So do jump on those for the other games. But I'd like to hear from you in the chats. How do you see the rest of this game shaking out here? Will Latvia continue to hold on? They've not given up the lead all game, but for a little bit where the scores have been tied. Or will Italy come back and run over the top of Latvia and get a small measure of redemption for the Eurobasket quarterfinals from last year? Well, we're about to find out. 20 minutes of basketball awaits us here in Brno, and it will be all in the hands of these young superstars. Here we go, underway, third quarter. Italy versus Latvia, 4 points the margin here held by Latvia. Defense has really tightened up, although that's a lovely pass. And spent it before she'd earned it, so has to go back to go forward. She lets off a 3 attempt there, but Scribble can't get the result. Hassan back into the fray now as well. Into the paint. Oh, it was a good look, but it goes wanting. Ripped away. Taken away from the back door. And we're going to get a jump ball situation. Possession arrow means the ball will remain with Italy, but Diagne has been, in the politest possible way, quite a nuisance there. Lovely steal in that second quarter that led to the basket. The sort of nuisance a coach wants on their team. And probably fans of that team want on their team as well. Is Hassan held the ball and waited for things to happen. There's Nakamone, 2 on the shot clock. Goes one way, goes the other. That one doesn't find its intended target. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Yeah, so just not happy with the use of the arm there to keep the ball away. Have a look here. Yeah, that right arm extends, and it's something that referees do look for is, sometimes you can hold your ground there with just your forearm standing still, but as soon as you extend, you're pretty much going to see that whistle go against you there. So let off there for Italy. Dribble on the inside of the paint. Oh, takes a bounce off the rim, takes a bounce off the backboard. But all that matters is that Sablic gets the 2. So it's a single basket game now. Brokane gets it into the paint. The right-handed finish. Oh, something going on with those rims, and there's the foul underneath there. Hassan scrapping to try and put pressure on. Was just a little overzealous that time. An early foul in this one. Going to see Kikutse go the line. Now, interesting, I say an early foul, but at the same stage of the second quarter, Italy had already committed 5 fouls. So giving up the first foul 90 seconds in won't probably bother them as much. So my apologies. It's Tickmare at the line. And gets 1 of 2. But again, as we mentioned, Latvia leaving some of those freebies at the line a little bit wanting. It is interesting. They're the 3rd best free throw shooting team of the competition going into this game, and it's just not been that way. Hassan tries to force the issue, does so successfully. The foul there called against Brokane. But love that move. And quite the wingspan there, sort of creates some more revolutions there, creates a bit more separation. So it's Hassan at the line now. First one, just short. Ooh. That is a very, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed look on the face there of Coach Buzanga. And 1 of 2 there. Both teams not making the other team pay for their fouls, but this one is a good contest. Oh, that one had a mind of its own as a bobble between players. Able to get it back in there. Shasnia working back. Tickmare wants something to happen. Nothing's happened, so she decides she's the happening. And on the right, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. There's a conflating of whistles and buzzers at the same time. Good defensive set, but improved defense from Italy continues. Of course, you can be part of the conversation, not just in the YouTube chat, but across social media, using the official hashtag FIBA U17. That's hashtag FIBA U17. At NextGenHoops on Instagram and X are our social media handles. And, oh, there we go! Italy have done it. They've scored a 3. And they may just go get a lottery ticket now. There you go. There's the winning ticket. Wonderful work. That will be a weight off their shoulders as they take the lead. But is it taken straight back away? You bet it is. Oh, it was ever so fleeting, that feeling of having the lead. Nakamone misses everything, but there's a strong offensive rebound and 2-point put back in there by Magni. Scores level 34 apiece. This is some highly entertaining Saturday afternoon basketball. Oh, he looked one way, she looked one way, looked the other way, and went all the way to the hoop there just now. There's a whistle there. Let's see if we can catch this on the replay. Ooh. For the offensive foul there, was it the moving screen? Shashnia taken to the bench there. There's a 2-point margin here in the third quarter. Margin did get out to as much as 10 points Latvia's way. That one's short of the mark there from Bracane. And now Italy turned defense into offense. Sablic engages with Nakamone, gets it back in quick time. Trying to work their way through. Strong, steadfast defense there. Now the wheels are a bit rickety on this offensive play. Can Hassan put them back on? No, that one doesn't quite find its intended target. Oh, an errant bit of contact to the face there, but that's tough stuff there. Laganovica. As now we get a whistle there to sort of have a look there and see what's going on there. Maybe just checking if there's any claret there. No. So they'll allow the play to continue there. Step back. The three. No, not this time. Nakamone with the rebound. And now, just doesn't have enough on that one. Fast, too fast. Thought there was some rocket fuel there in the sneakers of Scrabble, but it just can't extend those go-go gadget arms, and it's thrown out of bounds. It's interesting to read the body language here. Just a bit of disappointment there on the Latvian faces, as one can imagine there after that play disintegrated. But there's something to be said. Italy still haven't been able to take the lead, and sometimes that can be a big mental hurdle you need to get over when you've been chasing for most of the game. Despite what feels like the momentum there. Little fall away, and it goes all the way. Lovely work there. She's been an absolute star, has been Aisha Diagne. And now they get in the passing lane. Here we go. Could this be this opportunity for Italy to take the lead? Little dribble back. Off to Diagne. Pass underneath. Probably too deep there. Allowed the offense to come. That one falls away there. 3-pointer does not go. And now on the fast break, transition offense. Well done there. The extra pass means the result is a good one there for Tikmar. Seeing a lot of highlights in this one here. Of course, you can get exclusive content and early access to those highlights, becoming a YouTube member here on the FIBA account. Have a look at that one and be part of our growing community. Oh, you bet. That's a big three there. Italy take the lead back and, well, Diagne, more like Diag 3. She has come alive in this quarter. Where's the reply? Not quite yet. That one got lost in the post. Latvia now with some problems to sort out. Can they take the lead back? There's the response, but it's not quite. Italy come away with the board. Oh, all the time in the world, but not the result. Unbelievable stuff there. Looked like Latvia were going to run away with it, but Nakamone says, not so fast. I believe that basketball belongs to me. Yeah, nice sharing the ball for sure. That has been a hallmark there of Latvia's offense when it has been clicking today. Only the 8 assists, but it does feel as though it's been a bit more than that as the timeout is called here. Italy in the lead. So evenly poised this one now in what has been a game that has been made up of just a bit of a grapple, but now with Italy taking the lead, a bit more urgency will come to the Latvian game. Yeah, number 16, yeah, absolutely. Diagni could take over this game. I dare say she probably has in some aspects already there, Rasputin. So now, after those 79% earlier felt that their prediction of Latvia was pretty safe, at the moment, not so much, but of course you can predict all the games on the FIBA basketball website and potentially win Nike gift cards and a game ball there, the official under-17 game ball, up to 5 minutes before every tip-off. As Scrabble does get the whistle eventually there, and it's going to be a foul against Hassan. We put a question mark on the teleprompter. I think it will be coming across there. 3 personal fouls now for Hassan. Scrabble misses the first, and there's a famous commentator in Australia would say, don't get beat by what you know. And at the moment, Latvia, who, again, were the 3rd best free throw shooting team in the tournament going into this one, are leaving a lot of points on the board there. Ball is lost there. It's going to be an over and back. What's the call there? Might have been just a foul. Wait and see which way it goes. Scores level with just under 3 minutes to play. Yeah, low-scoring basketball, and it's actually quite like their game in the Eurobasket game last year, the Eurobasket tournament in that quarter-final. It was a 51-47 result game there with Latvia taking the proverbial chocolate. So both teams play gritty affairs when they face each other. It opens up the baseline. There we go. Pass. Diagni. Step through. Takes the shot. That one faded away at the last minute. Now, the look in the corner for 3. Yes! Big basket there for Latvia. Great work there by Nadia Nova. Pass there. Had to reach for it there, but reach she did. Unbelievable stretch there by Zuko. And well, she's the leading rebounder of the tournament, so you know she's able to get her arms up and get the ball. Is it stolen away by Diagni again? Not quite, but enough to disrupt. Asking for the half-court shot clock there, which is an interesting conversation because, yeah, definitely took over the 8 seconds there, but how much of that was lost there? Little disruption there and flick away from behind the scenes. Gives pause for breath for everyone. Welcome to some more of our members who've joined the chat there. Some MVPs, some rookies. You have the starter tier as well. So we love seeing the FIBA community as part of this. Of course, by being a FIBA member, it's not just for this magnificent tournament, but of course, across all of the great tournaments, it is a big year for tournament basketball. Of course, one of the big centerpieces, or the centerpiece, is going to be the Women's World Cup in Berlin in September. So make sure you are a YouTube member here with FIBA, and make sure you, make sure you guard the three ball on the corner, but Italy have resumed their programming from the first half. Shashnia gets it back. Nadianova takes on the traffic. That's a couple of plays now. Elizaveta Nadianova has not been afraid to just, almost like Frogger, just crossing the road, going into the traffic. Yeah, there is some good team defense going on here, for sure. This one is good there for Nadianova. And the second one's short. It's almost been a 50-50 each time. The Latvia have gone to the line, working the baseline, stepping on the baseline, running out of room as Latvia now have the ascendancy once more. Absolutely no fear putting the body on the line in the comments there. It's those players who aren't afraid to put on the hard hat and put their head in the proverbial hole there and cop what comes, and they sometimes will get the reward for that. And a foul called. I was expecting the double thumbs there. And the bonus situation as well. So it means that Patricia Tickmare will go to the line to shoot two. Has the 7 points for the game so far to go with her 5 rebounds. Makes the first. She's been averaging 6 points per game in the tournament, so already ahead of her pace for this tournament. A minute to play here in the third quarter. A lot to play out in this game. That ball movement in synergy, but can they get a good look out of it? Seem to be hemmed into a corner now, figuratively and literally there. Nakamone tries to get the pass through underneath. Oh, misses. Nakamone with the rebound. Strong stuff there for Mariana. Nakamone with the double-double already, 10 points and 11 rebounds. As we see changes there on the sideline. Pasqualetta onto the court there for Team Italy. There's some disagreements about the whistles in the chats, all respectful of course. Some healthy debate, never hurt nobody. Hassan has got time, space and 2 in that order. On the outside, left there again to shoot. Falls short of the mark there, can't make them pay. Maybe a little game of who dares wins there. Marta took them up on it, but didn't get the reward. 1 and a bit second between shot and game clock. So again, the approach will be interesting. But no, an early shot, and again, has just stepped on the line. We're going to have to put some fluoro or some glow in the dark or something going on there, because that's a couple of times that Italy have just stepped out of bounds. Maybe they've forgotten their own shoe sizes. Shot clock switched off. Last play, you would imagine. Shashnia thought about it, but then decided to go in and there's not going to be enough time to get something up there. But this is a cracking game here in the penultimate day of basketball in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. This one's going to go down the wire. Latvia hold the slender margin of 44-43, that slender margin of 1 point. We see there Latvia leaving some on the foul line. Italy got their first 2 3-pointers of the game in that quarter. And turnovers starting to multiply a little bit there as the pressure and intensity of this goes up. Diagne, has had a wonderful quarter there and a wonderful game, leading the scorer for Italy. We talked about the ball movement there, those extra passes. That has been a joy to watch. Oh yes, Diagne for 3. Replied quickly. That was express postage to come back to that one. Hassan can't give a star like that much room there. Welcome back to Brno here. We've got 10 minutes of basketball ahead of us here and a 1-point margin. This one is going to be tough to predict. 79% of our viewership thought it was going to be a Latvia victory. Well, at the moment, they're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct, but still a lot to play out there. Of course, you can predict all the upcoming games up to 5 minutes before the tip-off of each game. Work your way up the leaderboard, potentially win some Nike gift cards, or the official FIBA U17 World Cup game ball, that lovely molten basketball there in the referee's hands. Eric McFarlane here alongside you for the ride here. And what a ride it's going to be here. 10 minutes of basketball determine who's going to win between Italy and Latvia. And well done. What a start there from Ana Sablic. She took her time, then she hurried up, and she filled the cup there with 2. And also gets a chance to add 1 at the line. Madrid Barça says, stay aggressive, Italy. And you're absolutely right. When they have been aggressive, they really bore the fruit of their labour. So they take the lead in the quarter there with the first possession. Over to you, Latvia. Scrabble. The pass, no. Passed it to where she was, not where she was going. And now the basketball's going up Italy's end. Nakamone. She'll like this matchup. She's trying to do the 1-2 step. But defense, they're really, really well done there by Asanteva, sorry. She was strong there, didn't get suckered into the footwork. And did enough to affect the shot and also win possession for Latvia. Who's joining the conversation across social media, hashtag FIBA U17 at NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. And there, again, she's dared to shoot and left. So you can see they're drawing that play defensively and offensively. Hadn't missed a 3-pointer before this game. Now has missed a couple. So you can see that Italy are pretty happy to give up that shot there. Where Latvia were doing their damage early in this game was being able to be, was being encouraged of Italy. They were being able to be aggressive and get into the paint. And that's dried up a little bit here. And there, another aggressive move through the paint. Like smoke through a keyhole. That was quick. That was effective. And that was 2 to Sophia Zucone. Scrabble for 3. She lets out a Scrabble yell. Big bucket there for Latvia and a response that was needed. There's a lot of twists and turns coming in this game. You just sense it. You can feel it in the waters. Left to shoot. That one misses the open look, and there's going to be a foul underneath there. Doesn't necessarily agree with it there, Sophia Zukone. Only person that matters that agrees is the referee, though. There have been some highlights in this game. Of course, you can get early access to those highlights and exclusive content by becoming a FIBA YouTube member. So welcome to all of our YouTube members there. Rookie starters and MVPs in the chat. And also, just thank you for being part of the chat here. Brokane gets it to the outside. And now they're going to get it on the outside. Back to whence it came, but the shot is missed. Latvia had got out to a 10-point advantage early in this game. And have been fighting the tide as Italy have worked back into this one. And they continue to work there. Magni for two. Of course, so the winner of this game will take on the winner of Egypt and Colombia to determine 9th and 10th place. Again, surely not. No, and don't call me Shirley. That one. A foul. Pleading for a jump ball there is Sablic. Doesn't get her wishes. Big day of basketball ahead of us. Of course, we've got the semi-finals as well. Interested to hear your thoughts on those as well, but you don't want to look too far into the horizon because this game that we've got right here in front of us is an absolute cracker. Scrabble. Creates some space, creates some separation, then misses the shot. Was she impeded? No, says the referee. And then, unbelievable, but doesn't get it to fall. We'll get the late delayed whistle that has become a bit of the characteristic of this game. And Diagni will go the line. Yeah, falling away from the basket there. Got a little bit of assistance. Appealed for the whistle, got the whistle. And Diagni now at the line. 10 points so far, also a steal and a block. There's some changes, some substitutions as they were. Hassan game now. Hassan and Zukone for Italy have the 3 personal fouls, so still got a couple up the sleeve. First one is good for Diagni. And the second is good. So that is a game-high lead for Italy as they push it out to 5 and they say, ball is now in your court, Latvia. What have you got? Scrabble. Pass to the outside. Dicing into the paint. Not so fast there for Nadianova. Gets it to the outside, hits the rim. Strong. No, stronger. Over the back was Nakamone. And then thrown away. Just gets lost through the commotion. Really good point there from Boklo. Love to see every game matter in these tournaments, especially in the under-17 and the juniors format, making sure that all teams and players get a full experience as well, playing a lot of basketball against elite level talent. Hassan, step back, 3, no, 0. Scrabble, oh, gets a hop, a skip, a jump, and 2. Just glided through like a gazelle there. Beautiful work. Diagni. Takes a few steps back, gets the view of the land. And now waltzing through under some pressure. 2 points there. Great work there from Magni. Drew the fake in and then switched hands. That is classy. That is a highlight that you love to see over and over again if you're going for Team Italy or if you're a neutral. Nothing neutral about the feelings in this game. It is a 5-point margin to Italy. And Latvia with the work ahead of them now to do. Interesting, the distribution has dried up for Latvia. 9 assists. It feels like they've been on that number for a while. 4.5 minutes play in the final quarter.
That corner pocket and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay as well. Players without playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans in Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing.
Some Latvian fans in the house there, giving us a wave as well. Hello. Hello to you. Hello to everyone who's made their way out there to support their team. Hello to everyone tuning in and supporting their team across the world on YouTube. Love to see. One of the great things about tournament basketball is the support that comes out there, especially in junior tournaments. Some pace on the ball now from Latvia. Oh, almost loses the handle. No whistle. Scrabble. Again, just a pass back. Kept in. Really well done there. The endeavour was by Ivanova, but can't get to a Latvian teammate. And now the look in the corner. 3 for Magni, who's also amassing quite a game here now. Amelia Magni up to 14 points. And that one being one of the most important of them all, as the scrum between Italy and Latvia continues here. The other way of the potential screen and the pinball finish there. And if looks, a picture says 1,000 words. I won't go with the other saying there, but the whistle there is going to see Nadianova go to the foul line. Tommaso with some words of enthusiasm and support of Magni. Yeah, Amelia Magni has had quite a game here as well. That one misses there from Nadianova. Bang, bang, Italy. Yeah, it really feels as though the proverbial guns are out of the holster now as they look to capitalise on those 2 missed free throws. Have to pull up the handbrake though. They couldn't probably go as fast as they wanted to, but at this stage of the game, the time clock becomes the 6th player on the court for Team Italy. That one misses, and again stepping on the line with the ball in hand. This is a look of, oh, it looked like Diagne was going to run to the bench, but no, she's staying on. People in attendance, they're trying to get Latvia to rally here. Nadianova runs into a roadblock. Just stuck beyond the arc here at the moment. No movement going on, and there again on the outside. This time it's good though. They've been playing that game all day. They have Italy been saying to Marta, take that shot. She's taken the shot, hasn't had the success. This time she does. Big basket in the context of the game. As we see a Latvian flag there in the chat as well. Could that be a turning point in this game? at least a turning point in the belief of Latvia. Almost come away with the ball that time. And again, getting in the passing lane. This time they do get away with the ball. Takes on two there. May have waited for the cavalry to arrive there. Who's to come off last? Latvia will maintain possession, but a lovely steal there. It was Nani and over. Away with the ball. Seeing these highlights pile up and pile up. I reckon we're going to see a fair few of these across the socials. If you're not already, be following at NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. There's going to be a little bit of a powwow here between the officials here to see exactly which way this basketball is going to go. And they're going to call for the official review here. Whilst we do that as well, remember you can be following along on the FIBA basketball website. All the live stats and some great articles as we get into the business time of this competition here. As the official review is underway. What's your call at home there? Well, at the moment, we're just waiting to see. Just need to rock and roll that, work through the footage there. Oh, gosh. That looks as though it was off the Latvian hand last. But don't tell the local driving board, but my eyesight can't tell that straight away. That angle may be a slightly different perspective. Jeez, who would want to be a technical official? Any predictions in the chat there? Well, looks like we've got an official word. We're happy with that. And it is going to go the way of Italy. My eyesight's not failing me yet. They say that your eyesight goes with age, and today is the oldest I've ever been. But that's a reprieve there for Italy. Don't think they were looking at the foul there, but definitely a worthy question being posed there. From beyond the arc, hits the front of the rim and off. Three minutes to play in this one. 5 points the margin to claw in for Latvia after leading by 10 early in the piece. Running into trouble, although the trouble called the ambulance, but not for me. Foul called on Italy. Now, bonus situation, perhaps, is what my graphics say, but not so fast. Okay. So it looks as though the next foul Italy commit will send Latvia to the line. Running into trouble and the whistle again. See if we can see this one here. Nadianova not afraid to run into the traffic. And this time she'll find herself at the line. Didn't have the most pleasant experience with the charity stripe last time here. But these are key baskets that are needed for Latvia. And there's the first one. Goes 2 of 2. Back to a single basket game, albeit a triple. Yeah, absolutely. Angela, great game. Both teams just showing how much this means. See Italy there trying to put pace on the ball, trying to get into the paint. As we've got a timeout called for both teams to reset. Italy holding a 3-point lead. Yeah, it's interesting there. The maybe just being aggressive and trying to force the hand of not only the defence and the officials there with some of those drives, but I think it's fair to say some of them have been a bit ambitious there. Fire emojis out. Yeah, this is a fire game here at the moment as Italy's assist totals continue to improve. So 2 minutes 50 remain in this game and Italy hold the 3-point lead. There's been a game that has gone back and forth there in terms of momentum. Latvia had the early running and then Italy had been chasing them down. Here we go. And it's again, just didn't quite have enough room to collect that and stay in bounds. But I'll tell you what, Nadianova has been an absolute firecracker in this quarter. Has got a steal and 5 assists. Has been a big part of Latvia's efforts in this quarter. Across to Zuko. Looking like they're trying to put a double, have the double ready to go. Now there's going to be an open player, but they're putting the pressure ball, not like on the shot clock, on the buzzer. It's short of the mark there. And Nadianova now coming around with a rebound. That's her 4th. And for 3, it hits the left of the rim and misses. Strong rebound underneath the hoop there. Italy with a, 2-on-1 and going downhill with the ball. Skis through to the basket. Magni with another 2. Again the long range effort and this time it's good there. Austin Taver. So she has been shooting it. Now has made a couple in the last quarter. 2 of 7 from beyond the arc as that shot has been left open for Marta. Two points of margin here. Last 2 minutes of the game. Welcome some MVPs tuning in. Someone's got the word out that this is an absolute cracker of a finish we've got going here. Yagi gets it to the inside. One way, then the other. Hits the rim. Again, good. Sticking with the assignment there. Zuko with another rebound. Up to 14 rebounds, but more importantly, at this stage of the game, the 2 points, some more breathing space for Italy. Scrabble stops on a dime, misses. Nakamoni. Strong rebound there. Her 13th. Diagni looks for support, gets it in the form of Magni. Now Zuko. The double comes. Gets it back. They're composed here. They're finding the extra pass, the extra look. Don't get 3. Can they keep it in? Zuko can. And now doesn't have to rush things. And a foul called. And it's going to be a foul called against Nadianova. Both teams in the bonus now. No fouls to give. Very important in this stage of the game. Misses the first. Sablic will get a chance to make amends. Misses them both. Ozza goes off. Sablic now taking valuable seconds off the clock. Ball takes a Latvian turn. And that it over goes all the way to the hoop. Big bucket, big basket, big moment, and a big timeout here. And see who they look for in this play. They've got the hot hand. 5 they're going with is Magni, Zuko, Sablic, Diagni, and Nakamoni. Latvia can't give up a foul. They haven't got any in the toolkit. So they'll be wanting to get an early steal, an early turnover here. And you can see that with the pressure being put. Almost committed the foul there straight away, almost overcommitted. Shot clock switched off, of course, and there comes the foul from Scrabble. Deciding to stop the clock and put the pressure on. And not a bad strategy, it has to be said, in this game, because both teams have not been shooting that free throw as well as they probably could. 63% so far for Italy, 10 of 16 before this one goes up. Oh, that one just taunted and teased, but it did find its way through. This is vital. This makes it a 2-possession game, and she does so. Amelia Magni. And as you can imagine, the timeout called there. And it's all up to Latvia to try and draw something up here. 4 points the margin, 63-59. Italy have one. Welcome back to Burno. Very well said there in the YouTube comments there by Simi. Clutch free throws, absolutely. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Whoa, I love the passion in caps as well. Here we go. As this game that has been full of twists and turns got one more twist in the tail. "16 seconds. What have we got? Naudinova. Sashnia. Got to get something up here. Holding onto the ball too long. Scrabble for 3. Misses. Strong rebound. Guess who? Zucone. And that will be it. They missed the foul. Throws up the shot. Why not? Why not? And Italy have come back from 10 points down, and you can see just how much it means to them there to take this victory. A win full of high character and resolve. Italy come back from the clouds to secure a 4-point victory here. Unbelievable stuff from Team Italy. There's some of the stats. It won't tell you that those three-point shots from Italy came in the second half, but I'll tell you that. And they came at big moments too as well, it has to be said. Leading the rebounds quite comfortably, 52-40. And when you have the likes of Zuko and Nakamone taking up 30 of those rebounds, you can see why. But Emilia Magni, 18 points, and some of them oh so important there at the very end of the game, especially those free throws there, which may have just been the thing to ice the game. And well, some Italian fans there, well, they're pretty level-headed and cool. I'd be up and about. Get off your seats. You just witnessed a great victory. Come on, guys. You can relax now. You got the win. So tomorrow you'll see Italy take on the winner of the later game between Egypt and Colombia to see who will take out 9th place. And Latvia will take on the loser of that game there. But I'll tell you what, this game meant a bit to both sides, and it did not disappoint in the entertainment stats. Thank you so much for joining us, wherever you've been tuning in from. The engagement has been wonderful there, as it always is with our great YouTube and FIBA basketball community. Thank you so much for being a part of that as well and being part of our broadcast. Now, don't go too far away from your screens as well, because this is just the appetizer of what's to come in a big day of basketball here in the penultimate day of the FIBA Under-17 Women's Basketball World Cup. We've still got the semi-finals to go. Still got some great teams and some great talent to take the hardwood here. We saw some highlights here throughout the game. Of course, those who predicted Latvia, unfortunately for them, do not get the prediction points, but with a bit of basketball still to come, make sure you have a look at the FIBA basketball website. Get on the prediction contest, potentially win yourself some cool prizes there, but also get the lowdown on the games and players to come there. But this one certainly proved to be full of high quality action there. Some great performers there, stepping up to the plate there. This is a great thing about tournament basketball. You see what happens with the players. That was such a big basket from Scrabble as well. But the players who step up in the big moments, who want that responsibility, who want to be on shining bright when the lights are on brightest. That is just a wonderful finish as well. Magni for 3. It was really, in some ways, the Emilia Magni show in that last quarter. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the FIBA YouTube. We've appreciated your company. Enjoyed it all. My name is Eric McFarlane. Thank you so much for your company, and we'll be back soon with more FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup basketball.